Welcome to EPG Pathshala. This is Dr. Ankush Ambardar from Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. Today, I'll be taking up a module from Tourism and Hospitality course, that is Front Office Operations and Management. Today, we'll be taking up hotel sales. In this unit, we'll be taking care of what hotel sales exactly means. We'll know the uniqueness of hotel sales. We'll know the sales process in a hotel and try to understand how to be a good sales person. Well, when we talk about sales, whenever we talk about sales, the simple meaning for sales would be to sell a product to the customer. But when it comes to the hotel industry, it is not only the products that are being sold, but along with it, services that are offered by the hotels are also sold to the customers. Many queries rise in our minds when we think about hotel sales. What does the sales department do? What is the need of sales team? How do those help in revenue generation, etc.? The sales department in a hotel plays a very important role in the bringing money to the hotel from outside world. It is a bridge between the operations and the marketing department of a hotel. Due to globalization, the concept of sales in hotels has also changed. Nowadays, the salespeople are not just telecallers who used to halt in their offices and do the sales over the phone. Today, the customer has become very much aware of the hotel industry products and services. Therefore, to meet the specific needs of the consumers, the sales task force goes out from their air-conditioned cabins and meets the customers to give them a product as per their needs and requirements. Now, uniqueness of hotel sales. So, what is so unique about hotel sales? Sales in hotels are different and unique as it is not the product that you are selling to the customer. It is a combination of products and services that are sold to the customer. Lot of revenue optimization plans is set into place by the management so that the sales of no single guest room or conference halls goes vacant even on a single day. If this happens, the revenue to be generated from one single room for a particular day will be lost. Now, hotel sales office. The sales office of a hotel is generally categorized into two. First is the regional sales office and second is the corporate sales office. The role of the regional office is to look after the sales of a certain region. For example, the regional sales office of Hotel Taj in Delhi will look after the sales queries of Delhi region only, whereas the corporate sales office looks after the sales queries for the different parts of the world. Any lead generated by the corporate office is sent to the regional sales office for closure. Now, let's talk about organizational hierarchy and job description of hotel sales office personnel. It is very difficult for any large hotel to depend on only one person to handle all the sales queries. In a hotel, therefore, in general, any large hotel follows the following hierarchy in the regional as well as corporate sales offices. It is headed by a general manager. The general manager of the hotel is the brand ambassador for the organization and is responsible for the entire hotel's day-to-day operations. The major decision makings are done by his office, and he is the link between the stakeholders of the organization and the operation staff. Second on the hierarchy is the sales director. He or she reports to the general manager of the hotel and is the head of the sales department. He or she will keep a close watch on the market trend, understand competition, and will give suitable targets to the sales team. He is followed by a sales manager who comes on third position. He or she reports to the sales director of the hotel and is the one who conducts morning meetings and reviews the daily sales reports of the sales executives. He or she sets targets for the sales teams and trains and motivates them to generate more revenue for the hotel. He or she need to coordinate with the other departments of the hotels for better understanding and better operations. Next is sales executives. The sales executive are the main force of the sales team. They report to the sales manager. They are the actual players who go into the real world and meet different people to generate revenue for the hotel. They are given some sales targets, and on achieving them, they are showered with incentives. Next in the lead is telecallers. When it comes to telecallers, they are the major support of the entire sales team of a hotel. They report to the sales manager and are responsible to transfer the calls of leads of prospective clients to the respective sales executives. They ensure that all the sale queries, whether telephonically or through emails, are responded on time and the messages are passed to the sales team on time. Next is hotel sales call process. How does a hotel sales call process work? When the sales team steps out of the office to tell the customer about their product, it is known as a sales call. The process of sales call not only eases task, it requires a lot of planning and research. Before stepping out of the office, it is very important for any salesperson to be well informed about the market and its competitors. The process of hotel sales call can be divided into 3 different steps, which are as follows. Well, most of the hotels follow, almost every salesperson of the hotel follows these prerequisites. The number 1 is pre-sales process. This is the most crucial step of hotel sales, as during this process, the sales team prepares itself to face the prospective clients who could give business to the hotel. It is unpredictable what kind of queries can a customer ask from you. Therefore, preparing yourself for the sales call is of utmost importance to the sales team. The following needs to be done during the sales call are: number 1, product knowledge. The consumer of the 21st century is fully aware of different products that are being offered in the market. Thus, it is not possible to make a fool of any customer in this new world economy. Therefore, the most crucial step in the sales process is to know completely about the hotel products that you would be offering to the customers. The sales team needs to have complete knowledge of the hotel key areas like food and beverage, outlets, size of banquets, different types of rooms a hotel has, the recreational facilities what a hotel provides, seminar room capacity which they would be selling to the customers. Being a service industry, the sales team will generally offer a package mix of products along with services. Number 2, knowing your competitors. Now, in this competitive world, to get the maximum business, it becomes crucial to know your competitors. The sales team should be fully aware of what are their competitors offering, what different are they doing, what kind of facilities do they have, how different is their food. To get a clear picture how well your competitors are doing, it is crucial to check the occupancy percentage and financial data of other hotels. Third, cold calling. Now, basically, it means picking up the phone and calling unknown people blindly without knowing whether they are prospect clients or not. Will they buy my product, or are they really interested in the product? The toughest part in the cold calling is rejection, as you are bargaining in the office of the client without any appointments. Thus, the customer may not appreciate this gesture of yours. But still, cold calls are often said to be an important source of getting new accounts and business to the hotel. Next is generating new leads. That is also an important part in sales growth. The business to the hotel will not be generated by just sitting in the office. Therefore, it's necessary component of any hotel sales to find new customers or to get new leads. A hotel can use different strategies like emails, social media, yellow pages, etc., which can be adopted by the hotels for lead generations. Next, fixing appointments. So, as the corporate world is extremely busy, barging into anyone's office without appointments is highly unprofessional for a salesperson. Thus, before going on a sales call, the sales team need to fix the appointments by mail or telephonically with their clients. The clients would therefore spare time for you and would be happy see you on time in their office. Next, maintaining the data sheet. So that even becomes very important. The data sheet is basically a document which shows the addresses, the phone numbers, and the names of the clients that are either giving business to the hotel or are new prospects to the hotel. Every salesperson needs to update and maintain this data sheet, as this sheet gives an idea to the sales team that how many accounts fall under their area. Further, this sheet also helps a new person who has been induced in the sales team to get an immediate database on which they can work effectively. Next is preparing for a sales call of the day. So before moving out from office, it is important for a sales team to make a sales plan, which means making the sales route which client to meet first, which to meet second, and thereafter. It is also necessary for any salesperson to carry all the necessary correspondence like sales contracts, gifts, hotel brochures, etc. along with you when going on a sales call. Second, during the sales call process, this basically means the activities that take place when you are actually meeting the client and sitting in the office. So during the sales call, a lot of activities go on simultaneously, and a salesperson needs to be very active to face any kind of situation during the sales call. Now, opening the sales. Any sales call starts with greeting the customers. It is highly expected from a sales team that he or she understands the way of professionally greeting the customer. A good handshake with a pleasant smile generates a motion of trust among your customers, thereby making the customer feel comfortable that you are there to help them and to solve their queries. Remember, your first impression will speak a lot about you and your organization. Therefore, a good opening can be a ticket to win the sales. Next, making the presentation. So after greeting the customer, give the sales pitches, that is, make the presentation of the product that you are offering to the customer. Explain in detail about the features of the products and services that are to be offered to the consumer. The presentation should be such that it attracts the customer towards you and generates interest in the customer to stay in your organization. So inform the customers the benefit and advantages that they would get for choosing your organization. So be totally engaged with one client at a time. Avoid receiving phone calls or text messages when you are delivering a presentation. Next is solving client queries. So that becomes very important. So always be ready to help the customers while making the presentation or while explaining about the features of the products. There is every possibility that doubts may arise in the customer's mind. So listen carefully to the queries of the customer and offer a suitable solution to them. In case you're not able to solve their queries, at that moment, get back to your office and find a suitable solution to the client's query and call them back to give that solution to them. So that would be highly appreciated. Next, negotiating the rates. This is the most difficult task for any salesperson, as the client would want the maximum services in a limited amount of money. This sometimes becomes very uncomfortable to the salesperson. The salesperson has the flexibility to negotiate the rates at his end, but every salesperson is given some kind of minimum rate by the hotel below which he or she cannot sell the room without proper authorization of the senior managers. Thus, the hotel salesperson should convince the clients that this is the best possible rate that they can offer, or don't offer unnecessary discounts and gifts to the clients just merely because you want to meet your sales target. Next is checking for room availability. So after knowing the dates of the event on which the client wants to book rooms or conference halls with you, immediately call back the hotel front desk and check the availability of the rooms on those dates. If the rooms are available, block them tentatively and give the client time to deposit the advance. If the rooms are not available, so try to give different dates to the customer to hold the event at your hotel. Next, closing the sales. This is a step where you rephrase the conversation that had gone between you and your client. You reconfirm the rates and dates of the event, and you assure the client to send the rate contract to them on their emails. And finally, you leave the client's office with a pleasantry close. Next is post-sales call process. This is another important process. After the entire day's sales calls are over, the sales team returns back to their respective offices and perform the following tasks. Number one, making sales contracts and mailing them to the client. A sales contract is a document which will give the details of dates of the event, the room rates negotiated by you, the advance, if any, taken, the number of rooms required, any extra facility like fixed internet, etc. required by the client for the event, the type of food to be ordered, and recreational activities. Make sure each and everything in the rate contract is spelled out in detail. Whosoever is in the contract will be a legal binding for you to offer the same to the guest. Thus, you need to check and recheck the rate contract before mailing it to the client. Second, follow-up. So make sure to follow up with the client from whom the advance payments are pending. Always remember, a hotel sale is not confirmed until some advance has been deposited by the client in the hotel's account. You also need to follow up with the hotel front desk to reconfirm that all the rooms that were desired by the guest are made available to the client at the time of check-in to the hotel. Next, making DSR. A daily sales report, DSR, is a document prepared by every executive of the sales team. Now, this document contains the details of the sales calls that were made by you on a particular day. This report will contain the names and addresses of the companies that you had visited, bookings made by you, and the queries in the pipeline. This document is submitted by the sales executive to the sales manager so that the manager can know how and where you were placed during the day. Next, planning for the next day. So for a salesperson, his next day sales plan begins a day earlier. It is necessary that every salesperson takes appointments for the next day sales calls so that as soon as they come to office in the morning, they do not waste their time in the office after the morning meetings and are immediately off to the road for making sales calls. Next, maintaining personal relations with the clients. It is not the brand of the hotels or the services provided by the hotels that retains a customer and makes him loyal to your organization. It is your personal relations that are bringing him or her back to the organization again and again. So no matter how good the services of the hotel are, the trust that the client has on you makes him sure that all his problems will be taken care of. Thus, at times, giving a call to the existing customers, sending greeting cards, inviting them for complimentary dinners will maintain that trust and will keep on generating business from the old customers. Next, we can talk about attributes of an effective salesperson. So every salesperson is unique in himself. They all have different personalities and different way of selling. But it is also necessary that every salesperson is a successful salesman. A lot goes into making of an effective sales team. Some of the attributes that are required by the sales team be effective salesman are as below. Number one, grooming standards. So for a hotel salesperson, it is very important to be well groomed all the time. Your grooming will reflect a lot about your personality. Second, communication skills. So effective communication plays a key role in either making or losing a sales. Strong verbal and non-verbal communication is an essential quality of an effective salesperson. Third, passionate about the work. So a successful salesperson loves their work and get enjoyment in selling the products and services to the clients. Next, domain knowledge. So the sales personnel can be successful only and only when he experts of what they are selling. They have a detailed knowledge of the product that they are selling to the clients. Next, positive attitude. So a successful salesperson always needs to have a positive attitude no matter what happens during the sales. So accepting rejection becomes the biggest challenge for any salesperson, but if you have positive attitude, you will be in a position to accept rejection and think wisely. Next, career options. So hotel sales is a very exciting and a lucrative career option for a hotel management student. The people with the right kind of attitude and pleasing personality often reach at very good positions in the hotels. Now to summarize the whole topic, the sales teams are the backbone of the hotel as they are on the working day and night for bringing clients to the hotel. The sales department of a hotel will look into the demands of the customer and bookings of the clients. The front office takes care of the transient clients, whereas the sales department of the hotel will bring in bulk business to the hotel. By actively performing various tasks during the sales process, the sales department of the hotel can maximize revenue generation of the hotel. So for a hotel, maintaining relations with the client is a touch challenge since the sales department actively meets with the corporates. They also act as brand ambassadors of the hotel and further maintain the relation with the prospective clients. Therefore, the sales department plays a very important and significant role for the overall growth of the hotel. Thank you for watching EPG Pathshala. This was Dr. Ankush Ambardar from Kurukshetra University.